DongRaeGu. I could see some strong timings coming out of Habitation Station. I really am terrified of the idea of Gumiho floating to that gold base because as we've seen,
oh please no,
Hydra himself
please don't do that.
Knows exactly how to deal with that. I really don't think that strategy is viable anymore now that Koreans have just like thought about this for like more than 20 minutes. Like, wait a minute. All right, so Bbyong is actually the player that we're going to see here. Now, this makes sense to me.
This is what I was thinking, actually, before we saw Gumiho.
This is like, okay, a snipe DRG, get him out of the way, and I'm a solid player to take on any matchup afterwards as well.
This is a guy that they're sending out here, like you mentioned, not just to snipe DRG, but to take a couple of games, just as many games as possible after that. Bbyong showing some really, really great play here in round 2. I have a lot of confidence in this guy. I think this is going to be a very close game, actually.
Yeah, it should be. Really curious to see what sort of strategy he's going to show us on Habitation, though. Could see a fast third base at the gold. Could see the gold base taken as the fourth, as he doesn't need to play that way on this map with the gold base because it's a short rush distance. It's really easy to pressure by ground. Could even see like a Hellbat Marauder play to just try to throw DRG off and kill him, or double fact Blue Flame Hellions. The rush distance is small enough for a build like that. I think we're going to see something unique here for sure. Can Bbyong bring his team onto the scoreboard, or is DRG going to take a second win here at the round 2 playoffs? Oh no!
Oh, come on!
It's happening! He's doing it!
Oh, man.
All right, so let's watch this game very, very closely. Let's see exactly how DRG responds. Now, the funny thing is, his teammate Hydra has stopped this strategy. Now, maybe after this, they've had a good talk, you know, and it's been kind of figured out exactly how to, you know, to hold this as a Terran, you know, get that wall up that we were talking about earlier last time this happened. Let's see. I mean, if he has a hatch first and he makes a lot of drones, he should have enough drones to kill him, just like we saw last time, I think.
Yeah. And like we've mentioned so many times on this map, the Overlord is going to get there just so fast. DRG is going to know this so fast. And
okay, so the wall is set up here behind the minerals. So he's gonna have that to work with. Now he may make the barracks in between the wall and the geyser, like right to the top left of the mineral patch, to try to wall that off. And
now DRG knows about it. What is he going to do to respond?
Let's see if the depot actually finishes. Let's see how that works. Okay, is he gonna? Okay, he's just gonna go gas here. May go Banelings actually.
Banelings may be the answer here.
Okay, so he's gonna put the barracks on the bottom. Still a tight wall, so that SCV gonna be hard to attack if he wanted to go for the drone pull, which he's not. Okay, so panic button is put away for now because this game is gonna go on for a while yet. We're not going to see the drone pull. It's not going to end anytime soon. It's going to be about control here, probably with Banelings, I would guess. You might rush out Zergling Speed 2 just to make sure you can shut down those Marines because the gold base mines out so fast.
Yeah.
This is really interesting.
Yeah, I did not expect Bbyong to go into this. Actually, before the game started, I'm like, we're not going to see Bbyong go for the strategy, but he actually did go for the strategy. Very surprising here.
Well, it's funny how this has been the way this map has just kind of been played in Pro League. Nobody's really playing straight up on it right now. Now he's about to have enough for metabolic boost. Looks like he's going to go for it. Clicked on his pool a few times there.
Yep, goes down. So Zergling Speed on the way. That's going to be the way he responds to this 2 barracks play at the gold base.
Looks like she's rooting for CJ Intis. Now, double gas is being added here for Bbyong now. Don't forget the mules don't get additional mining actually from those gold patches. Only the SCVs do, so mules not getting like a big boost or anything. It's the same type of mining, which is still good. Mules are still good for sure, but
oh yeah,
it's not an explosion of mining like it was back in the old Wings of Liberty days. So he's like making a bunker at home. Now he sees no hatch. I believe in Billy. Do you? Go MVP.
ITL live thread.
You know,
there's a hatch out of DRG. A bit delayed here. He had to play safe, you know, once he saw this coming up. And he is going to be safe.
he's going to have so many. Well, he can have so many Spielings once he sees the push coming across, and he's going to have these to poke with now. He's not going to do any damage right at this moment in time, and so his worker count is actually pretty small. 16 to 15 at a gold base. Mining is much better for Bbyong right now. That's a factory here. We could just see Marine Hellion. We could see Medivacs rushed out here as well. He's going to have a lot of Marines by the time that happens.
Yeah. Could easily see that go down. Get a couple of, make that reactor on the factory, get a couple of Medivacs on the way, and just drop in the main. She wants something to go for all kill.
Yeah, she wants him to just one more time even.
Yeah.
Get an all kill for her.
Yeah.
Other girls like pretending to control some air traffic, but Jin Air plays tomorrow. So the factory now completed. We'll add a starport here. Notice he's actually messed up his mining efficiency. He's got 4 and 1, and okay, so that might have supposed to have been 2 and 2. We'll never know, but he got some. Well, I was gonna say he got some extra mining, but no, he actually didn't. Like, it's just not efficient.
Yeah. There's one Hellion coming out right now.
Yeah, maybe Marines at the front, Hellion drop in the main. See if he makes a Widow Mine or not, because that could actually be devastating for DRG if a Widow Mine actually hits a lot of his lings. It looks like he goes for the Hellions to kind of take the randomness factor out. It's a lot more difficult to actually control what Widow Mines hit. You can control it to a certain degree, but with Hellions, you're much more directly in control.
Viking first. Gonna want to take out the Overlord here.
You can actually kill a lot of Overlords with that Viking because there's so many out of position. And I think that right now, DRG's starting to realize that. He's pulling his Overlords back towards his main. He leaves the one that's going towards Byung's main. I want to point out that DRG checked every base, by the way, just making sure that he didn't spend any of those extra gold minerals to hide an expansion, so he knows that he's completely on one base. I mean, he checked all the bottom right for command centers.
Very meticulous out of DRG. That's only something that comes with practice and just thinking about it in general. Unfortunately, this Hellion is going to get to the main. Does not get the scout behind the minerals.
Yeah, luckily for him.
Yeah, Bbyong was not paying attention to that one Hellion.
And luckily for him, there's nothing to see back there. He did see the lair at least. This is a scary push. He's pulling all the SCVs. And don't be scared. Those minerals, gold minerals, don't increase their attack or anything. They just look really shiny. By the way, Cloak is on the way. So if he eliminates all the queens, he can actually just win this with Cloak. Let's find out what's going to happen here. This is a huge push. Minecraft is being started. Hellion's at the back to do extra splash damage. This is a scary, scary push, Brendan. And DRG does not have Banelings. The Baneling nest is almost completed, but it's nowhere near done in time.
It doesn't look like it's going to be enough. With so many SCVs here, he's just going to push in. And with the Banshee with Cloak follow-up here that he does not even need, Bbyong is going to take this on Habitation Station. What a build. I feel like DongRaeGu should have had that Baneling nest out a little bit earlier. He needed Banelings to hold this off.
Yeah, for sure. Hard to scout with that Viking out, but what are you going to do? This feels like a very, GSL open season-esque build, man. You know what I mean? This feels like
a crazy build, man. But this is why this map is so much fun. I mean, it produces these insane builds that make these really fun games.
Oh, for sure. Well, these 3 Banelings are not going to change the game, especially because there's a Viking in the main base with Banshee support. LOL.
And it's about to have Cloak. There's nothing that could even shoot up anymore for DongRaeGu.
Yeah, I mean, he could get Mutas out. Banelings over here hitting a lot of SCVs, but so what when you have this many Marines to support? But you know what, actually? Let's look at the numbers here. There are only 6 SCVs left, but I think the Banshee is going to be the key issue here, right? I mean, how does he deal with that without Mutalisks that he can't afford? Spire's done, but to make what, you know?
Yeah. I mean, he's got 200 gas, but he's not even mining minerals. He did get a Spore Crawler up in the main, but like you mentioned, for how long is he going to be able to hold this off? Seems like he's going to send these Zerglings toward the base of Bbyong.
The thing is, Bbyong has a gold base plus mules. A little bit disappointing that he doesn't have those depots raised, but regardless, I mean, he's actually going to be able to probably kill this lair eventually. The Spire, by the way, as well as the Baneling Nest will eventually bleed out. It's off creep. It's going to probably not happen in this game, but yeah, that's it. GG. There's that Banshee follow-up. It's like he's practiced this so well.
Oh, yeah. This is such a well-timed, well-practiced build. You can tell that definitely those guys in the house of CJ have talked about this map a ton, and this is probably a snipe build for DRG specifically.
Yeah, and it worked out exactly how he had planned it.
Because they knew that if DRG won, this was going to be the next map. So very well practiced out of CJ. This is how you play this kind of format we have here in the playoffs.
This is the map, that I was talking about yesterday. The second map is like the one where you have the biggest advantage over your opponent because you know your opponent, but they don't know who you are.